So everyone, Aztalan is a historical landmark. Indian peoples occupied this area off and on for many years. A new group of Indian people arrived who built the large mounds and other prehistoric features that characterized Aztalan, a federally designated National Historic Landmark. The people who inhabited the prehistoric village of Aztalan 1100 AD to 1250 AD, hailed from the major Mississippian town of Cahokia, located near present-day St. Louis. Aztalan is one of Cahokia's northmost settlements. Why the people of Aztalan chose this location and why they later abandoned it is unclear. However, the location did provide an important transportation route with access to Cahokia, the Crawfish, Rock, and Mississippi rivers, as well as abundant local plant, animal, and other resources. In addition to hunting and gathering, the people grew corn, squash, sunflower, and tobacco. Trading with other resident Indian communities also likely occurred. Very cool. And on their site map, we have the southwest platform mound, the northwest platform mound, and the northeast platform mound, and the southeast mound. And they were residential areas, a plaza, so the southwest platform mound, which is the big one here, which we're going to go up to, was not a burial ground. It was used for ritual activities. So stone tools indicated that Aztalan was occupied off and on for at least 10,000 years. A substantial late woodland village occupied this location for many years before the arrival of the Mississippian people, who built and inhabited Aztalan from about 1100 AD to 1250 AD. So very, very cool. Some great history. So we're going to head up to the big mound here, which was used for the ritual sites. We're going to head to the top of the structure. Oh, amazing. Bird flying out there. Gonna walk down to the little mountain down here. What a cool location. A lot of history. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see the boys flying around in the air. It's absolutely beautiful. Cool. We got some, looks like some hawks flying around, which is awesome on a day like today. Hopefully I can get to the point here and then we can even capture them even more. So there's looks to be 4 of them. So hopefully we caught those guys. So guys, that's the big mound up there, and we're on the little mound, and now we're gonna head down around by the Crawfish River and kind of explore and see what we got. Um, very cool park, very cool. Once again, just kind of like some of the locations I've been here at night as well. Um, if that's something that you would like to see on film, let me know. We can definitely do that. There's the Crawfish River. And just checking the SD card. Kind of make a loop here. We got a sign. Want to check that out. So the conical mounds, typically associated with burials, conical circular shaped mounds are most common and earliest of Midwestern mound types, first occurring in the woodland period about 500 BC, 1350 AD. However, several of the conical mounds located at the northwest corner of the park are not associated with burials. At least 5 of these mounds were built over the former locations of large diameter posts, which were likely placed to commemorate important events. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. So it is a little bit humid today here, but that's a normal August day, even though the August weather so far here in Wisconsin has been pretty good. So we've got house structures. Houses at Aztalan included examples of building styles typical of both late woodland and Mississippian construction techniques. Late woodland structures tend to have circular floor plans with wall posts set into individual post holes and were commonly sided with bark and animal skins. Mississippian houses are typically rectangular with wall posts set in trenches and house walls plastered with a mixture of mud and grasses like much of the larger stockades. And I'm sorry guys today if you can't, I'm trying to speak as loud as I can. It's breezy out today, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Once again though, it will decide if I actually need to get mics. And then that's absolutely something that we can do to make the experience better for you guys, and of course even myself. When I watch it back, I like to be able to hear, especially if we're going to be doing some historical sites. Probably caught that on camera. There was a big fish that just jumped out of the water. That should be on the GoPro. I was probably in the way taking the photo, but it just splashed over here in this corner over here. Really neat place. A lot of history. I really hope that you guys are enjoying this hike. Um, it's just another one of those hidden treasures to come down and see. And just absolutely amazing out here. And then to think of all the years that have passed by, of all the people that have actually set foot on these grounds thousands of years ago. Definitely cool. So we're winding down. We've got one more mound to see. I just wanted to walk down here a little bit. They had kind of some walking trails, so I wanted to kind of see what this was all about. Really pretty down here. So we're going to get down to the end here, and then we'll make our way to the last mound. And then this will be a wrap at Aztalan. Don't know if you guys can hear that. There's some crows in the background. Wow, this goes quite a ways back. And then guys, in the videos, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see different. I am upgrading equipment, so the recent videos, like the one you're going to watch here, is off of a GoPro. So I'm upgrading everything as I go, and I think that's important. So trying to make the best videos for you guys that I possibly can. So we're just walking back up this section here. So I'm gonna, well, maybe not. The crows seem to be having a very good time over here. So this is the other side of that trail I just came down. It's just kind of a short little walking trail. Loops around, but I want to head back to the last mound. So I'll go ahead and video this side of the trail so you guys can kind of see what the other side looks like. Of course, the Crawfish River is on the other side of me, down beyond the tree line. Ah, really cool little trail. So we're coming back up onto the site with all the poles for the ruin area, and then we're going to make our way back up to the last big mound. All right, really breezy through here. So we're actually heading up to the last big mound. And then you should see that here coming around the corner in a minute. So the stockade, that's the big poles. Over 7,000 large posts were set vertically into the ground to build the stockade at Aztalan. Willow or other branches were woven through the posts, and the whole stockade then was plastered with a mixture of clay and grasses. Wow, it's cool. Nice little history there. All right, heading up to the last mound, and which is good. I've went through a couple batteries, took a lot of photos. And then we have warfare. The stockade suggests ongoing conflict during Aztalan's occupation. However, only one of the individuals found buried at Aztalan shows evidence of a violent death, an arrow point embedded in the side of the skull. Nonetheless, human bone fragments unassociated with evident burials are found at numerous locations across the site, at times seemingly discarded in refuse pits and hearths. Okay.